Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's your boy. I'm back working on the 63 today, and wanted to bring you guys along for the journey. I've been fighting a cold, so my voice may sound a little different, but I'm trying to just grind through it. But objective for today is to try to install at least the rear glass, and if I'm successful with that, then the windshield as well. It's my first time doing one of these. It's old school windshield, so it doesn't really use any sealant. This gasket kind of just holds it in, but it's a trick to installing it. You really need. There's a couple different ways, but the method I guess that works best is they say the rope method. I bought this special tool, but all you really need is the rope. Shout out to Lone Star Lowe's channel because that's kind of where I got the information from. But so what I'm doing now is I have a brand new gasket now installed onto the glass, and in this this groove here, I'll be inserting that string all around the perimeter of the glass, and then you kind of like you tug on the string and it peels this back and allows it to go over the metal flange. So let me just show you guys here. So you see this metal flange, this is what the gasket needs to go around. So by going inside the car and pulling that string, it should allow the lip of that gasket to curve over this flange and be seated. So what I'm doing now, prior to putting the rope in the gasket, is I'm trying to get all the clips back on, because these clips need to be in place now. This is what will hold the trim in place. Yeah, so you guys may remember, this thing has some stainless trim that goes around it. Matter of fact, I can show you on this other car. Yeah. So I got to get all this trim back installed. So the clips have to go on. See here, they just kind of push in, and those clips will hold it tight against the body. Now this belt molding is a little bit different. It has some other clips that goes with that as well. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. So stay tuned and wish me luck. Like I said, it's my first time doing it, so hopefully it's a success and I'm able to do it by myself. It's really one of those things where they recommend 2 people. So while I'm inside pulling the rope, somebody could be outside putting some pressure on the glass or, pushing it to kind of help it seat. But you know how it goes, man. I'm a one-man army around here. And it's, it's just, sometimes it's just tough to get help. And, it's that time of year where everybody's busy doing their own thing. So I'm going to try and get it done. And we'll see. Worst case, I'll need help. We'll get somebody to come and help, but I'm hoping we'll be successful. The other thing I want to do today is try to fix this molding. It's driving me crazy that this front fender molding is just riding a little bit low. Every time I look at it, maybe if you step back, yeah, that just bothers me. So I'm gonna see what we can do. There's not much room for adjustment, but what I'm thinking about doing is maybe opening up the holes just a little bit that front molding rides in, so I can kind of just slightly slide it upwards. I think what may have happened is the holes maybe you got some paint in them or something. I don't know. I got to take the molding back off and look, just because I can't understand why that one is just sitting so much lower. On the other side, it's not like that. It kind of lines up a little better. But then on this side, I got this little gap with the door I don't like. We'll deal with that later. But yeah, so that's that. Let me get back to you guys in a few. Let me see what we can do with this glass. And we'll take it from there. Be right back. All right, guys. So just to show you, the rope is now in place. Yeah, so we end up with 2 different rope ends that I'll pull on from the inside. So I just wanted to show you. That's how that rope goes. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. All right, so let's give it a try. Okay, so the glass right now is just set in place, and I thought it was worthwhile coming back to mention that you want to try to make sure you get the gasket around the clips, otherwise they could get hung up, you know. And I think the one in the center, yeah, the one in the center looks good. Yeah, for the most part it's there. Okay, so now I'm going to jump on the inside and pull on the strings. I'm gonna grab my flashlight, and then I should be able to see that lip of the gasket go around the flange. Okay, so let's do it. All right, I figured this is worth showing. So I'm pulling this string right now, and as you can see, the gasket lip has come around the flange and the clip. So we need to do that for both strings all the way around. A little bit difficult to pull. Some people suggested putting some soap, you know, like dish detergent or something like that, but I didn't do it. Anyway, though, we'll get it. So far, so good. So I'll come back to you guys when we get the whole thing done. And if you look down below, that looks good already, but we still have to pull it with the string, etc., to get it fully seated all the way around. That's still on the outside. Okay. All right. I'll come back to you guys in a few. All right, guys. So, man, we were successful. Got it done. So, that means that everybody out there, yes, you can do this with one person by yourself. So, I started at the top, and everything was cool till I got to the corners. I started to have a little bit of a hard time. So what I ended up doing was getting some soapy water and just spraying down the whole perimeter of the rear glass, and that made a big difference. When I got to the corner down here, I just came outside and pushed on it a little bit, and that helped it to seat into place. And man, all in all, it's done. It's in there. Yeah, I need to clean up the glass, and I need to snap the trim in there, but I'm still missing some pieces for the lower belt line. I got to check with my friend because he was supposed to be seeing if he could find some trim for me, and if not, I need to do something else. But I know I have at least the one piece that goes here, but I think I'm missing the center piece and the passenger piece. So I don't know, man. Worst case, I think I might just take it off the blue car and just replace that when I get another piece. Because the objective for me, I want to see this car as close to being finished as possible. And you know, just getting this glass in was a big win. You know, I feel really happy about that, right? It's, a lot of people spend money and take it to a glass shop, or you know, call in some specialty person to do it. And this is really something that you can 100% do on your own with a piece of string, you know, maybe some soapy water. So don't be afraid to try these things, and you know, step outside the box and make things happen. So I think I will put on some of the trim, but you know, while I was doing this, I realized there was still one spot on the car I was supposed to sand and buff that I never did, and now I need to do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but it's this spot right here, this thin strip. I still left that with the little imperfections. It's not really too noticeable, so that's why it's like not really a big deal, but I might go ahead and do that today or between now and the weekend. Now, I gotta move forward and try to do the windshield. This one is a little bit more daunting because it's a bigger piece of glass. It'd really be ideal to have two people to carry it and put it in place, but I'm gonna do my best to do it. But one thing I realized is I have to remove this trim. This is like a piece that is on the inside to, you know, just beautify things, but this would be in the way for me pulling the string to try to get over this right here. So got to take that out. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna go grab the glass from over in the corner, get it set up on the stand, clean it up, and start to get the molding fitted around it. And I'm gonna grab the glass cleaner and jump inside and clean this glass off. Because now that it's in, I don't want to see it looking all dirty. But man, we did it. I'm real happy about that. And hopefully you guys are too. And hopefully you're learning something. And yeah, it can be done. That's it for now. I'll bring you back in a minute, and hopefully we'll be having the success carry forward to the front. Because once this is in, then I pretty much am in good shape other than the missing glass here. And oh man, I gotta call my buddy about that too to see if he has that. Or worst case, I gotta spend the money and order a piece, because that's one thing I really don't want to start taking out of other cars is the glass, especially if it's a car that's outside, as winter is on the horizon. And you know, I want to salvage whatever I can from the parts car. So keeping the environment out is always highly encouraged. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I'll come back to you guys in a few. Shawnee C at Motor City Customs. Peace. I'm back, guys, and ran into an issue. As you can see, the close-up, this is not the right windshield. It's a bit too short. I think it's actually a convertible windshield, so that's good and bad. It's good to have one, but you know, shit, that's not what I needed right now. Damn, you know, so it's like, man, that's gonna slow me down a bit, cause, you know, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pull the glass out of one of the cars in the backyard because, you know, I don't know, I'm not gonna spend money if I have one in the back in a parts car, but now I have to do the work to pull it out and hopefully not damage it. So I've never done that. And I was, you know, I knew something was going on because this gasket was fitting a little bit loose around the glass, but it still kind of fit. And I was like, you know, it's not until I try to lift it in place and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know, this is a huge gap. I know it's, you know, I'm missing something. You know, I thought I had the glass the wrong way. I'm flipping it upside down. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work. So that's how it goes sometimes. But glad I know. So, and since I'm more than likely gonna be cannibalizing the car out there to take the glass, that's, you know, luckily 63 and 64 share the same glass. So I think I will also just go ahead and take the passenger glass out and use it here as well. Yeah, since it's gonna be exposed, fully exposed to the elements, might as well do it. I actually have two windshields out there in parts cars. One of them has quite a bit of delamination in the lower portion, so I prefer to get the other one, but I'm gonna try and see. So all I'm getting at is if I break one, I have a chance to try the other. But wish me luck. Hopefully I'll get it out in one piece and we'll be able to get it installed. So that's where we're gonna end the video today. I'm your host, Shawnee C at Motor City Customs. Getting closer and closer on the car. And yeah, we'll be back soon, hopefully with the right glass. All right, guys, be safe out there and talk to you again in the very near future. Peace.